tomorrow. And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Honey? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Hit the fan and I think that I'm over it. I'm growing bored of the same routine. As we lose its steam, I can't go on living life for somebody else. I think it's time I start taking care of myself. Another day spent feeling sorry and scared of my shadow. Haven't eaten yet, can't pull myself out of bed cause I'm tired and low. I'm feeling lost in myself, self-deprecating when I'm overwhelmed. It's been so long since I've been okay, I'm cognizant going away. Now you can't go on living life for somebody else. I think it's time I start taking care of myself. Sure, this will pass, the gray never lasts. A new day will shine through the skies overcast. Busted in half, kicking my ass, but I'm kicking back. I'm kicking back. Over and over again, the feedback is looping and Sunday is bringing me dread. Over and over again, I'm not ready to get through this week cause I'm stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. Can't get out of my head. But I won't break. Now you can't go on living life for somebody else. I think it's time I start taking care of myself. Sure, this will pass, the gray never lasts. A new day will shine through the skies overcast. Busted in half, kicking my ass, but I'm kicking back. I'm kicking back.
Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is Friday, July 14th, if you can believe it. We are almost to August, but let's slow down and let's enjoy this summer, please. Thank you for tuning in. I am RJ Shine. It is now 6:09 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. And you know what this first meme says, and it's very, very true. Some days the clouds are going to be out. And some days you just have to create your own sunshine. And that's what we're going to do today. So thank you for tuning in. Come on, get your freshly ground coffee, we changed it up. Instead of going with a love song, YD says she enjoys some of the harder rock songs. So we're going to try to mix up the music too. So let's get us started with a bang, and let's get into this second meme of the morning. And this one says, you're enough. You simply are on the other side of the screen, okay? It does not matter what anybody's told you, even what you've told yourself. I'm going to erase all that, and I'm going to tell you, you know what? You are enough. You've always been enough, and you always will be enough. You just have to own it, get up and accept it, and try harder today than you did yesterday, okay? Check this out. It says, to work on yourself is the best thing that you can do. Accept that you are not perfect, but you are enough. Okay, and then start working on everything that destroys you, right? Your insecurities, your ego, your dark thoughts, and you will see in the end, you're going to make peace with yourself. Practice acceptance and contentment, okay? Just practice being enough. Just understanding it, owning it, and knowing that you are truly enough. And then you're finally going to be what? At peace with yourself. From now on, I hope you too will choose with me peace. And whatever we do, wherever we go, we will not let the negative energy get to us. Not in our hearts or in our minds. We're going to let go of the frustrations and the stress that have accumulated so far. We don't have the space for bitterness or doubts. We are happy and we are at peace in our inner self. We are at peace. Please be at peace with me. We are no longer accepting things that we cannot change here. Right? It's now time to change the things that we cannot accept. Every single day we rise with that sun. We can change. We can change the things. We can make this place better. It says your strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't do. That's where true strength lies. Get up. You are strong. You can do this. This one says attachment to a person or an outcome has its roots in fear. You need to let go of fear. I work on this. I need to work on this daily too. And I need to control or hold on to the familiar. No, let's embrace change together. Let's move forward with smiles and hands held tight. When you allow other people to be themselves, you become an excellent parent, boss, friend, or lover. Detachment allows the universe or realm or reality that we're in. We like to liken it unto a virtual reality. It says here it allows the universe to create a perfect result. And it's the key to happiness and well-being. So we're talking about detachment in a loving way. Not to let go, to lose somebody, but to allow them to flourish, to be themselves. To understand that it doesn't matter what's meant to be will be, and the destiny will always bring to you what's yours. And there's no need to have any fear anymore. I need to work on this too, okay? This is all stuff that we're working on together. This one says the false prophets told the people what they wanted to hear, right? And the people loved them. They loved the false prophets. Tell me more, they said. And the true prophets told the people what they needed to hear, and they were stoned to death for it. Right? So be careful who you mock and who you build up. Think about it, please. Be intentional with your praise and your love. And give it to those that deserve it. It says here, seek and you shall find in Matthew 7:7-8. It doesn't say you might. This is a guarantee. If you want truth and you seek it, you will find it. I guarantee it. And I can promise you that nothing will ever be greater than understanding the truth, no matter how painful it might be. Accept it and own it. Because eternity is a way too long time to be wrong. Way too long. Right? Way too long. So be right. Trust in the truth and faith. It says here, we're living at the peak of the time of this false world. That's why being real actually gets you shunned in 2023. Why speaking the truth gets you scorned and banned. Uncensored. Society is definitely at the tipping point of the height of the illusion. We're at the tipping point here. And it does. It takes serious courage to be real. So be real right now. Be brave. Stand up and fight. And hang in there. And I'm right beside you. So good morning. It's Friday, July 14th. Let's hear a song and then we'll get into some more news. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, guys? Good morning.
I cry, I sing, I leave this place. This place was bad for me. What's worse, what stings? I saw her in the garden with the snakes. She said, think fast, you only get one try. Sleep tight, I wanna get sunshine. Wake up, you know we got things to see. She talks and nothing makes sense. It's not a puzzle, it must be nonsense. If it's not a puzzle, then what's she talking about? I will find out, I will wake up, find out, I will think fast, you only get one try. Sleep tight, I wanna get sunshine. Wake up, you know we got things to see. She talks and nothing makes sense. She said 2 is an odd number if you was involved. I laugh, Louis C.K. scumbag, Louis Vuitton. I think life is a game, I'm just playing along. I had something to say, then forgot what it was. Back then, I grew up next to you, all insecure. If you knew what I was in for, I wouldn't be standing with you. Back then, you knew what you was doing. How could you act like everything would be simple? Everything could be. I wrote rules the wrong ways, had blues and long days, had clues to dead ends. I'd lose and lost faith. I bruised up my face. She kissed, they go away. My wrist, I made work. I kept my pay first. Like I hold my head. She sings to me. I go forget her in my work. Those times we shared, they yours alone. And when I'm dead, we'll all go home. They'll cry, they'll sing, they'll leave this place. This place to me was everything. What hurts, what stings, I saw her in the garden with her friends. She said, I will find out, wake up, find out, think fast, you only get one try. Sleep tight, I wanna get sunshine. Wake up, you know we got things to see. She talks, nothing makes sense to me.
This brand new song was called Think Fast, featuring Weezer by Dominic Fike. And good morning. Welcome back. Let us get into some of the news of the morning. I don't know how everybody's been doing this week, but I hope you've been having a good week. And I hope it was full of tests, trials, and tribulations, because that's what truly makes who we actually are. So the time is now 6:17 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. And we've got some news. We have some news to get into. Check this out. It says here what Twitter's trying to do here. In recent weeks, it says here the Twitter team have been making major improvements to speed up verified accounts that are approved or after changing their usernames or profile pics. The process used to take, they say, 5 to 7 days, but recently the average is closer to 1 to 2 days. This entire making sure that you pay them and verify and follow all of the so-called rules, this was the reason that Elon Musk, I do believe, was given the keys to Twitter. His plan was to get everyone to give them, what is it? I don't even know. I don't pay. Is it $7 or $10 a month to use their service? So pay per use per month is the way of the WEF. This is the new future where you own nothing. You have to pay for everything. They're saying now if you don't give Twitter a certain amount of money and get the blue check mark, they're only allowing content creators like me to see so many tweets per day. It's just insane. But let's keep going. We've got so much to get into here. It says Russia now, yep, if you believed it, has confirmed that BRICS will introduce a new gold-backed currency. A list of countries that have also applied to join BRICS right here. We've gone through them. We'll just continue to document it. As we can see, the Freemasons are starting their new Freemasonic mason blocks. They're calling this one bricks. All right. We're going to keep covering it too. This here is a cool, interesting story about a rattlesnake biting a sheep. Check this out. It says, a rattlesnake bit one of my sheep in the face about a week ago. The deadliest snake that lives around here. The sheep's face did swell up and hurt terribly. But that old rattlesnake didn't know what kind of blood that flows through the sheep. Anti-venom is the most often made from sheep's blood. Did you guys know that? The sheep swelled for about 2 days, but the blood of the lamb destroyed the venom of the serpent. It says here, I was worried, but the sheep didn't care. She kept on eating, kept on drinking, and kept on climbing because she knew she was all right. Often the serpents of this life will reach out and bite us. They inject their poison into us, but they cannot overcome the blood of the Lamb of Yahweh that washes away the sin of the world, and the sting of death has no more sting to it. And don't worry about the serpent or his bite, and make sure that you also too have the lamb's blood flowing through you. But I didn't know, but yeah, I guess anti-rattlesnake venom can be made from sheep's blood. Check that out, huh? Good morning, everybody. Here we go. Twitter has refused to comply with a subpoena issued in February from fashion company Shein. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. We'll get YD on that. She's always really good on the grammatical spelling and pronunciations. Seeking to force Twitter to reveal who's behind anonymous accounts impersonating the company. So Twitter is allowing trolls or bot farm armies that you can still create. All you got to do is you got to pay more money now. Elon made it if you want to make 100 or... So he stated that he's making people pay Twitter so that you can't buy 1 million accounts and then super boost your message, because that's what everybody does on every single social media site. You have the money, you pay YouTube to give you 100,000 views. You buy 100 YouTube channels and then you support that same narrative 100 times. This is how false narratives and agendas have been made and created. So Elon is just making it harder for the regular person like me to game the system. You have to be on Elon's team to get said, opportunities to game the system. Now you got to pay more, and you have to be only their chosen. They're just locking down the way that it used to work for anybody that actually wanted to get views. Moving on from that one, we'll keep going while this loads here. This has to probably be the biggest tweet of the morning. This here, WEF/the UN or the Covenant of Many is about to announce in the 2023 summit that, yes, it's going to be in September. And they're going to be discussing how they can move faster with their implementation of the Agenda 2030. It says here the 2023 SDG Summit is enormously significant, with a number of world leaders expected to attend. They will reflect on progress achieved and the purpose strategies to accelerate the implementation of Agenda 2030, which has suffered unforeseen setbacks due to the COVID-19 pandemic, major negative impacts of climate change, and the rising cost of food and fuel everywhere due to the conflict in Ukraine, which is absolutely retarded. I like this guy says he fixed it. It says they will reflect on the progress achieved and purpose strategies to accelerate the implementation of Agenda 2030, which has suffered unforeseen setbacks due to the people not believing our false narratives. That's the truth behind it. We're going to be watching this very closely. So it's in September, I believe, the 22nd, 23rd, around then. We'll have more updates on Sunday on the Awake Souls YouTube channel. Good chance we're not going to be doing Flat Earth Fridays tonight. We're going to be taking the night off. We've been working our butts off. Look at this. This is fashion 2023. I mean, what has happened to the realm? Where are the artists? Where are the poets? Where are the actual good designers gone? This is crazy. They're wearing people now. This is crazy. This is not fashion. This is a psychotic wing of a crazy person's building, and this is what they're putting on. We're going to keep going here. Here we go. The woman that freaked out on the plane and said, "This is not real," she was saying, right? Well, again, here we go. Another failed actress, Caitlin Doubleday, has been named, and people are now understanding why she's been so hidden from the actual scene, right? It's because it's a paid actress, and again, another distraction. Constantly distraction upon distraction upon distraction. But we're going to cover it here. What is going on in the UK? 6.66% hike raise in mortgages in the Brits. Yeah, Brits set for mortgage hell. So they're making everything so expensive. They're trying to crash the economy. It's simple. In Toronto, you can't even rent a one-bedroom apartment for under $2,000. Okay, if you do the math, if your apartment costs $75,000 a year and you only make $40,000 a year, what do? They're creating the dependency on the government's handouts. This is what they're doing. It's not even hidden. It's clearly obvious what they're doing. They're raising the price of the cost of living into such a ridiculous state that you have to let them give you the handouts. And what comes with the handouts? All the toxic things that they want to put in your body. You have to support the woke agenda. This is the only thing they can do until they roll out the CBDCs. Once those are rolled out, then what'll happen is if you don't do it, they just shut you down and you starve to death. Right? That is what is headed. But we're going to continue to fight back, and I do believe there's going to be a big monkey wrench thrown in their plans. So hold tight. This is hilarious. Vladimir Zelensky starring in Left Behind, based on the NATO bestseller. The end begins, it says, October 3rd. This is hilarious. Stay as far away from the fake rapture doctrine that was sold to the world in Left Behind. And Left Behind was also produced by the son of The Chosen, the dad of the guy who created The Chosen, Dallas Eakins. It was his dad that helped Hollywood actually create the propaganda that has many Christians, almost all of the Christians on YouTube, fooled into believing that they're going to get sucked up into the sky. These people actually put helmets on. Right? It's got to be one of the craziest mind control productions of all time. This is absolutely insane. Water temps are up to 98 degrees. Okay, listen, when I get into a hot tub, I like it to be around 100 degrees. That's hot for me. Can't stay in long. The waters around the Florida coast and the Keys here at the tip of the southern Florida coast, the water temperatures are almost to 100 degrees. Now, what does this mean? Very well could mean some major hurricane cataclysms. So the hotter the water, the more the intensity of these storms could be as we move into hurricane season. But hey, we have a feeling that a hurricane might actually hook right and head on over and take out Rome and then Israel. That's what we're hoping for, and we're going to try to manifest that. So you might want to stay tuned for the next few months. We got lots coming up. Check this out. Jeffrey Epstein offers insights into the crime syndicate swamp. So I'm not going to read this entire article, but what it does go on to say is that Jeffrey Epstein had women and all kinds of sex and things going on while he was supposedly spending weekends in jail for his last pedophilia charges after they let him out. And still, JP Morgan and all these other banks and everything continued to promote and support and abate and abet him. But what we do want to point out here is when you scroll down, aircraft number N474AW, shared by Jeffrey Epstein, look at this one, DynCorp, the state of the Department, and the CIA. So what I'm pointing out is who ran the Jeffrey Epstein case. It's right here. DynCorp, the State Department, and the CIA. It's obvious. They use the same planes, the same tax-free benefits. He probably wasn't doing time in jail. He was probably getting his working papers, like Gitmo. When you get sent to Gitmo, like Baghdadi did, all they do is train you and send you about your way to continue to do the CIA's bidding. Continuing on from that one, Bill Gates born female? I don't know. Were they going to try to transition Bill? I don't know, but here's Bill Gates as a child. This has got to be straight out of what looks like a horror movie. This is Bill Gates, it says here, in 1963. This is insane. Why is it dressed in a dress? I mean, I would never put my son in a dress like this for a photo shoot. And he comes from, yes, if you believed it, a long family that has ties back to the 13 bloodlines. Moving on from this, how about JFK's son? Why is he wearing a dress? Or is this a coat? Someone will have to help me with this fashion. And red shoes like this, dressed the same as his sister. What's going on here? Or is this his cousin? I don't know. All these people are doing these sick, twisted switching of the genders. It's been about it. They're about it. We're against it. We're going to point it out on the Rising Ground. Check out how quick this guy goes. Watch this. So this is how you can disarm now. I mean, this guy's trained this thing probably 100,000 times. Here we go. Bam! So he got 2 guns in that one move. Although he did have it set up. That was good. That was good. So you can practice self-defense. It's something that we want to promote here. You need to get a punching bag. You should get mats. Practice doing the left, right hooks, uppercuts, and the different moves that you can do. Start practicing. Start learning how to defend yourself. It'll actually give you confidence. This is a cool, quick takeaway. Let's see it one more time. He does it so fast. Boom. He did 2 disarmaments there. 1, 2. He grabbed the second gun right here. Amazing. Amazing. Self-defense is very important. I strongly recommend it. Here we go. This is supposedly dino goo bubbling up from the ground, right? If anybody thinks this is dinosaur goo, you're just crazy, okay? It's not. This is matter that gets heated and compressed in the earth and turns into oil. It just happens perpetually, too. It's a hoax and a psyop for anybody. The dinosaurs never existed, and there's lots of this black goo. And go figure, wind turbines actually are causing major droughts in areas that they're being put up. And did you know that to create everything that they need to do to have the new green energy is all created through plastics, which means they have to triple, quadruple, and even 6, 7 times over the amount of oil production. Plastic is made from the black goo, right? Everything that they try to do with this saving the climate is actually wrecking it. But we'll continue to move on here. I couldn't believe this. A plane actually crashed, punching a hole with its nose here at a Long Beach airport. I mean, what are they doing with these small personal aircrafts? How did this aircraft crash like this into this building? It did take place. We are showing you on the news. A couple more, we'll do another song. We've got a bunch of places that are just flooding. The flooding is just getting insane in the realm. I don't know if you're paying attention.
Swim away.
It's a car in Pennsylvania floats away in the rushing floodwaters. As you can see, there goes this guy's car. Oh, he's seen it hit that dozer. There goes his car. Some craziness. The earth is just, I don't know what's going on. Is it weather modification? Is it the father? I don't know. It just looks insane. This is just one. We're going to be going through many of these today on the Rise and Grind podcast. We're going to be showing floodwaters all over the place. Just insane what's taking place if you're paying attention. Let's keep going. So here we've got in Texas, they're going to stop those pesky people that are fleeing their countries, escaping to the United States. They're going to start rolling these things out in the rivers filled with barbed wire. I don't know if this is good for the environment and the animals, but they're doing everything they can to make sure that the United States has a border so that they can lock us all in, right? That's really what they're trying to do. Here, watch this. This is a crazy looking storm in India. A massive cloud shelf appeared in Yucatán. I could not pronounce that right. I've seen some of these crazy looking storms. They are just insane. We'll see what happens. The storms, the hurricanes, the beasts that are going to rise up out of the sea is going to be insane as we continue to move forward. I can't believe the water temperature is almost 100 degrees. Here we go. This is another flood. This one's in Japan, washing away many homes, hospitals, mobile phone services, cut off power, and hundreds of households shut down, and you know, they needed to be evacuated due to this crazy flood that's taking place. Now we're in Japan. Last one was in India. Now we're in Japan. Oh, mud flooders. There you go. There's some mud for you. A lot of work to get all that out. Yeah, it's just, this was in Hita, Japan. It was on the 10th. Crazy, crazy, crazy storms. Volcanoes in Greenland and Russia. The socialist prime minister of Spain flew to a climate conference in a private jet, was transferred to the event in a fleet of vehicles, right? And then got out and biked the last 200 feet to show how environmentally conscious she is. These absolute crook, lying, shame on these people. These photo shoots and these ops as they fly around the world and make sure that the peasants barely have bread and water while these people ride around acting on their high horses. They're all going to pay. Every single one of these politicians are absolutely going to pay 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times over. They are going to pay. Unless they repent now and start exposing it and fighting for the truth. Last one before we go to a song break. This might be the grossest one too. Klaus Schwab says elections will be obsolete in the year 2024. So the United States of America is not going to have an election? It says here, shameless, treasonous, complicit politicians and mainstream media has said absolutely nothing about this. Klaus Schwab is saying elections will be obsolete in 2024. How is that going to happen? We're paying attention. But thank you for tuning in. It is Friday, July 14th, and I am RJ Shine, and I will see you after this. This is the producer's pick. Let's get it going. Turn this up, and I will see you after this break. What a good feel ride that was. This was Mono Joke with their new one, Tantabo. Come on, let's get back into the news of the morning. The time is now 6:41 a.m. And again, this is Friday, July 14th. Let's get back into the news of the morning. If you missed it, yes, Joe Biden actually went to the beach, they say here, but he was not allowed to swim. Here's Slow Joe making his way through the sand here at the beach. He's looking pretty pale, I might say. He does need to get some sun. But there goes Slow Joe at the beach. Man, does he ever move slow. It's the president of the United States right there. Or one of his clones or lookalikes, right? Stunt doubles, as we could say. I don't know for sure. Hopefully they're letting this podcast come through. It looks a little bit jerky, but hey, they are doing what they're doing. There's absolutely nothing that we can do. We just try to do the best that we can. Let's keep going with some of this news here. Crazy, this is actually in Austin. If I saw this sign, I would have to probably tell Joe, hey, we got to stop. We got to go in here. It says, stop having kids. It's crazy. And then I thought we had someone down here that changed the sign here. It says, keep having kids. That's better. If you find someone that you love, go on and get married and have kids. Do it right here. This is interesting. This is actually something coming from the United Nations that I actually agree with here. It says, before you share online, consider the 5 W's. This is actually not bad advice, right? Who made it? What is the source of the information? Where did it come from? Why are you sharing this? And when was it published? Hey, this is something we should all be looking at, especially those selling fake scientific evidence when they're really actually sharing bully tactics put on by the New World Order. Good. That was a good one. If you didn't know, yes, Putin was absolutely raised Chabad in a you-know-what neighborhood. Showing here Putin and Chabad's Jewish organized crime syndicate from Merrick. This is Beryl Lazar, from Merrick to Beryl Lazar. This is where it's all being taken place. If you think Putin is going to save the world, I have a bridge for sale. Continuing on from that, more Baphomet agenda. Apple's spring-loaded logo. Actually, if you look closely here, is the signature of Baphomet. As you can see here, the way that they do the B is exactly the way that they've mirrored the image. Apple announces its new spring-loaded event, April 20th, I guess 2024. And if you didn't know, it was Crowley's magical title and the OTO that was Baphomet, the eightfold name Octonimus, the master magician, huh? Yeah, okay, we'll see about that, Alistair, and all you other satanic nonsense know-it-alls that think that Apple's able to pull this off here. This is what they do. They put their residual ritualistic magic out. As soon as you turn this logo around, you then have the exact Baphomet hand signature. Moving on from the satanic stuff of the week. I didn't know about this, but stadium staff and medic go into cardiac arrest at Ed Sheeran concert. Is Ed Sheeran's concerts so exciting that people are suddenly dropping? No. I think we know why the suddenly dropping is taking place here. Look at this. They've actually created here, Kazakhs presented digital alcohol at an exhibit. According to the creators, is enough to sit in headphones for less than a minute and you will feel drunk. I don't know if we can't hear the sound, but this is what they do. They put it on, you sit there. That's a big fan. It must be hot there. They got this dome heated up with a fan, huh? So apparently this gets you drunk. Interestingly enough. Moving on, we got some WEF breaking, disgusting MOTB news. WEF says the CBDCs must be implemented under your skin if you're going to participate in society. This is absolutely what the scriptures have been saying for thousands of years, right? And here we finally are at the day and age where they absolutely, and this here is going to make sure that you cannot boycott them, that you cannot do or say anything that they don't want you to say. As long as they put this under your skin, you will absolutely be subservient to the beast system. We want cash. We're against the CBDCs, and we're going to continue to fight about it. But they are doing their summit in September. We are going to be watching that very closely, and we'll be bringing an update on this on Sunday. So make sure you turn into the Awake Souls YouTube channel this Sunday for more. Check this out. Again, they are now counting climate deaths exactly out of the pandemic playbook. They're actually counting deaths due to, they're going to say, climate change now. So it used to be the cerveza, right? People were old age or had diseases. Now you died for cerveza. So now it doesn't matter what you died from. If you die in the summertime, you died from climate change. Moving on from that one. few more. We'll do another song break here. Here we're starting to see the borders of the so-called fake World War III being divided up, left versus right, east versus west, all the different narratives, the Muslims versus the Jays, the English versus the French, the white versus the black. They wanted the man versus the wife, the child versus the father versus the kid. They are trying to divide everybody here, but here we go. We've always known that Russia had said when the United Nations encroaches on their land, when you know that Russia is actually member, they have NATO buildings in their country, they said they would go to World War III and they would use fake nukes in this so-called world. But when we look at this map, we can absolutely see the countries. So NATO are the dark blue and the applicants are the ones with these the sideways lines. As you can see here, Russia and St. Petersburg, and we can see why Estonia is very close to Russia. It used to be like Russia heaven. They would come down here, and this is where a lot. So this all used to be part of the USSR, the United Soviet Union, back in the day, that was broken up, and they say Putin's trying to bring back. Nah, it was never broken up. Nothing's ever broken up. They just changed names and hid and gave people the freedom of choice, which they thought they had. But as we can see, the UN is setting up their land and their borders, and they are absolutely going along with the narrative that World War III is about to start or take place. We're going to continue to watch this. Here we go with more crazy stuff going on in the world. This one in Spain. What is this chick doing? She's riding the top of her car. This is crazy. All these people just got caught in this. Like, how did they just get caught in this? Okay, please pay attention. Check your weather channel. Watch for updates. If it starts raining, and I mean raining, because this is happening all over the realm now. I got to point this out. If in your town and water keeps... Okay, look where the rivers are. Stay away from rivers. Actually look at topographical maps. Find out where the highest areas of your region are and go there and wait out the flood, okay? Think smart. Be prepared. This is crazy. Do not get caught riding your car like this. Do not. Stay as far away from rivers as you possibly can. These people were caught unaware because they're not paying attention. Please, I want everyone that tunes into the Rise and Grind, pay attention. If it starts raining and it doesn't stop for days, be prepared for flash floods, okay? And the mud floods. Mud flooders. Here we go. The world's biggest liars and gangsters gather together for a photo here. As you can see, all of these sick... These are the evil, wicked men, the kings of the earth we're feasting our eyes upon right here. Here they are. These are the so-called leaders of the men. Listen, if you put yourself up on a stage, if you call yourself a president, a prime minister, a king, a queen, a leader of the realm, and people are dying and being subjected to tyrannical systems, you are going to pay for it. You are absolutely have to pay for everything. All these men are going to pay for it. They have no idea their eternal salvation that's in jeopardy here. But here they are. They put the Trudeau on the left. Now, we're going to get the pedo Trudeau soon enough. Don't you worry. Thank you for tuning in. We got more to get through here. This is what these people need to pay attention to. Volcanoes taking off, erupting right now. This stuff is going to rain down on the earth. Look at this. Would you stand this close to a volcano? Look at these people. This is crazy. I wouldn't go anywhere near this. This is what these people at WEF are going to be thrown into for what they're doing. Just like this, right here. For eternity. This is what awaits them, right? Can't believe how close these people are. Just insane. Just insane. I remember Jeranism tried to say that volcanoes were a hoax. Right? When everybody was saying zebras were hoaxes, people were painting the lines on them. Jeranism that comes out and says that volcanoes were not real. This one's very real, Jaren. I think Jaren doesn't want the Lake of Fire to be real, is what we truly want. We truly know. Moving on from this one, breaking more footage of a volcano erupting. This one's in Iceland, right? At Reykjavik. It's not an easy word to say. This is crazy. This is crazy. And this is what awaits those evil, wicked people. Lakes of fire, of lava that are burning. They're going to be thrown into there. And we keep warning them, but they continue on with their plans because they do not believe it. Here we go. The disgusting Justin Trudeau says here an interview on removing the anal sex stigma with adults and 13-year-olds. Listen to this. Let me turn the background music off. I want you to make sure that you hear this. Listen to what Justin's going to say.
Some of those recommendations included things that the government could change now. For instance, the differential age of consent when it comes to anal sex versus vaginal sex.
Yeah.
Is that something that the government?
Yeah, that's something that we're very much looking forward to moving on.
Why would you be very much looking forward to changing the age of consent to 13-year-old for anal sex? What is wrong with this country? How are these men allowed to be leaders of nations? How have we fallen so far that we allow scum dirtbags like this to rule over us? This realm has another thing coming. I'm going to see you guys after this song break.
If I find the restaurant you ordered from last year, I smile at the host and ask if she knows where you've been. If I look for refuge in the books we used to skim, I'd end up getting stranded cause the trains don't run past 10. I've been thinking about the places that we shared when you were living here. I must be confused. If I pass the swing set where we used to play as kids, I think of all the things that don't make sense without a friend. The sound is never quite as good without you in the crowd. I think I'm scared of life without the knowing you're around. I've been thinking about the places that we shared when you were living here. I must be confused about the promises you made to me. The empty ones, it's clear. I must be confused.
And that brand new one was brought to you by Back to Yours with I Must Be Confused. With that last clip about Justin True, he don't, the pedo, I am super confused as to why anybody would be super excited to move the age of consent for anal sex to 13. But let's get into even some more creepy news. Have you guys seen what's going on at the CERN tunnel? What is going on here? Let's check this out. Come on. I can't even believe. What are they doing? This is some creepy ass nonsense. Here, I'll be quiet. Look. What are they doing? Zombies coming out of the pit? This is crazy. We live in the craziest time period. I swear, of the last 6,000 years, it has not been this crazy. Look at these rituals these people are doing. I like a good horror movie from time to time. They make me laugh. I used to watch them when I was younger, but a horror movie is starting to become just reality. I don't like them anymore. Who set this up? Who designed this ritual? I want to talk to you. Yeah, fling the hair. Oh yeah, let's do some crazy. They didn't put any time into this. None of them were coordinated. It's all haphazardly done. Oh, Here comes, what's this thing coming out of the hole? It's like TikTok. TikTok dancing nurses have taken over the Goddard hole at CERN. Are these the employees? What's going on? How are they in the air like that? They're all on, wow, they're all on harnesses here, like the astronauts. What is going on at CERN? I don't know. This is 6 minutes long. We got to scroll through this. We don't have much time. Whoa, what are they doing there? Flying Baphomet thing. What is going on? Yeah, producer. The producer says we should move on. This is some crazy ass. I don't know what they're doing here. Whoa, what's this thing? What are they doing at CERN? I don't know. Trying to open the pit to hell? Don't worry, the pit is open. The demons are all here. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to what we're showing here on the news. The demons are all here. Hell is empty. Some old yodelating. Oh, making it red. I mean, to the rich people, is this fun? Okay, they're not zombies anymore. Weird. At least they're not killing anybody live on TV, right? So let's continue on here. I don't know what's going on in the world, but we're going to cover it. Let's keep going. Good morning, everybody. What's this one? Artificial intelligence that can read our minds in real time. Hold up a second. I think we need to listen to this one closely. Artificial intelligence that can read our mind in real time? What? Okay, let's watch.
Instead of like images and text, how about this? Can we go from the patterns of your brain when you're looking at an image to reconstructing the image? So the way this worked was they put human beings inside an fMRI machine. They had them look at images and figure out what the patterns are, like translate from image to brain patterns. And then, of course, they would hide the image. So this is a image of a giraffe that the computer has never seen. It's only looking at the fMRI data, and this is what the computer thinks the human is seeing. Yeah. Now, to get state of the art, here's where the combinatorial aspects, why you can start to see these are all the same demo. To do this kind of imaging, the latest paper, the one that happened even after this, which is already better, uses stable diffusion, uses the thing that you use to make art. Like, what should a thing that you use to make art have anything to do with reading your brain? But of course, it goes further. So in this one, they said, can they understand the inner monologue, the things you're saying to yourself in your own mind? Mind you, by the way, when you dream, like your visual cortex runs in reverse, so your dreams are no longer safe. But we'll try this. So they had people watch a video and just narrate what was going on in the video in their mind. So there's a woman, she gets hit in the back, she falls over. This is what the computer reconstructed the person thinking. See a girl, looks just like me, get hit in the back, and then she is knocked off. So our thoughts, are starting to be decoded. Yeah, just think about what this means for authoritarians.
Well, it's an interesting concept, and I'm thinking about, they want to know everything about us. I remember Yuval Harari saying that I need to know if you don't like me or what you're thinking so that I can decide whether or not I let you live. Right? Because, you didn't do good in your kindergarten score, and we don't need you on our team, says Yuval Harari. Right? So we're going to continue on. They are starting to learn how to read our brainwaves. Moving on with this, we got Turkey, Erdogan, meeting with Zelensky, and goes on to state that Ukraine and Turkey will continue supporting the Ukraine in all forms, and that the Ukraine deserves to become a NATO member. Right? Screw Russia and everything that they say. You can join us. Moving on, BRICS again. The gold standard could be back. They're continuing. Russia today just announced that the planned new BRICS currency, yes, will be backed by gold. It was Gaddafi who tried to say this last time with a dinar, and they killed him. So let's see what they do with Russia, Putin, and Xi. Trying to move over here. If you haven't heard, the Dutch government has completely collapsed. After 10 years of Mark Rutte's globalist destruction policies, we don't live on a globe, We now have a real chance of getting our country back. You need to have your ass removed, your head removed out of your ass. If you think that they're going to install better people, nah, they're going to move the government and put in a more United Nations, WEF grounded government. There is the Dutch. You better be prepared for what's coming. Always be watching out for what they're actually doing. When they show you something in the one hand, flip it. Go to the extreme reciprocal of what they say. Moving on with this. This is an interesting read here. It says the Universe 25 experiment is one of the most terrifying experiments in the history of science. Let's read this here. Scientist John Calhoun, who created an ideal world in which hundreds of mice would live and reproduce. All right. More specifically, Calhoun built the so-called paradise of mice, a specially designed space where rodents had an abundance of food and water as well as large living spaces. In the beginning, he placed 4 pairs of mice that in a short time began to reproduce, resulting in the population growing rapidly. However, after 350 days, their reproduction began to decrease significantly. When the number of rodents reached 600, a hierarchy was formed. Between them and the so-called wretches appeared, the larger rodents began to attack the group, with the result that many males began to collapse psychologically. As a result, the females did not protect themselves and in turn became aggressive towards their own young. As time went on, the females showed more and more aggressive behavior, isolation elements, and the lack of reproductive mood. This was a low birth rate and, at the same time, an increase in mortality in younger rodents. Then a new class of male rodents appeared. They call this class the so-called beautiful mice. They refused to mate with the females or to fight for their space. All they cared about was food and sleep. At one point, beautiful males and isolated females made up the majority of the population. All right, how does this not seem so eerily similar to what we're in today? According to Calhoun, the death phase consisted of 2 stages, the first death and the second death. Where have we heard that before? The former was characterized by the loss of purpose in life beyond mere existence. No desire to mate, raise young, or establish a role within society. As time went on, juvenile mortality reached 100%. That means that the kids didn't grow up, right? And reproduction reached 0. Among the endangered mice, homosexuality was observed, and at the same time, cannibalism increased, despite the fact that there was plenty of food, right? 2 years after the start of the experiment, the last baby of the colony died. This experiment was actually continued to run 27 times, showing the exact same results of exactly what the New World Order is trying to do today. If you want to learn more, go ahead and research the Universe 25 experiment. Absolutely shocking what they're trying to do, what they're doing to populations today. Here we go. We're going to take a look at the Schumann resonance. This is starting to look incredible. So again, when the vibrations or the currency or the electromagnetic fields of the realm change, they have tools and devices now that capture it, and that's called the Schumann resonance, the resonance of creation, right, of the virtual reality. And what we get here is it's starting to look like beautiful wings. Beautiful angel wings are appearing on the Schumann resonance scale. I don't know what this means, but I have a good feeling I think I know what it means. Just keep your eyes up. Keep fighting for truth here. It says, Xi says Russia and China should, yes, lead global governance reform. So they're trying to take over. It's not the WHO, it's not the WEF. It's going to be Putin and Xi. They're going to save the day. So be prepared. We're continuing to cover that with their whole BRICS. More on the Freemasonic New World Order deceiver, Jim Chevelle. I can't even pronounce that name right. Freemason sign of silence. So, you know, his acting has been just horrid lately. The way that he's been carrying on. It's just sad people can't see through him. You know that your ticket sales actually for that movie help support trafficking. But he forgot to mention that. You know, the whole Angel Studios, Pay It Forward, their whole scams and the way they're running things, it just absolutely shocks me that people fall for this time and time again. We do not need Hollywood actors to come out. Well, actually, what? Hollywood shut down now. We're not going to have any more TV shows, no more movies. They're on strike, right? They're not getting paid enough millions. Maybe they need to do more child sacrificing. I don't know what they're going to do, but they've shut down. The writers aren't writing, the actors aren't acting, and the ones that are, they're just telling you nonsense. Now, this is an interesting fix sent in by the producer. I thought it was cool. We do have these exact type tools here in the United States. This one might be in another country. So when you have a leak, boom, you can take this. Some of these tools, these are called shark bite fittings. You push them onto the tube like that. Boom, that one screws in. and it has a plug in it. He's going to go on and fit the other side. Take that out. He's got to remove the plug now and then attach this side. It's a great fix. If you ever have plumbing, stay calm, turn the water off to your house, right? And call a plumber and he can come and fix anything. It's getting so easy now with these types of plastic pipes. It's so much easier than it used to be to do plumbing. I thought that was cool to show everybody. I've never seen this. So this is an experiment here. Coca-Cola, toothpaste, and baking soda. I can't even believe it becomes magnetic. They're saying that this is graphite. What is magnetic? So he made the solution. He microwaved it for a minute. He pulled it out. Look at that. Wow. It's magnetic now? What are they putting? Stay as far away from the Coke, the toothpaste, and the baking soda. What is making it magnetic? I don't know if you want to leave a comment below and you can explain to me how Coca-Cola, toothpaste, and baking soda can be magnetic like that. I don't know what's going on here, but we thought we'd show you. A few more to go. I don't know, is Megan a real person? This absolutely looks like a robot. Something is not right with these people. What is not right in their eyes? None of them. She does not look right. That's something not right. This is evil, twisted. Look. What is wrong with this woman's face? That doesn't look like a real person. It doesn't look like a real person. What is going on? I don't know what's going on with this place right now, but people aren't looking real anymore. Okay, we've got another interesting video here to check out. Cymatics. Do you know what cymatics are?
There's a theory that says old churches and cathedrals are actually cymatic frequency generators. In order to understand this theory, you'll need a brief understanding of what cymatics is. Cymatics is the study of geometric patterns created by sound vibration. And the reason why people believe these old structures to be cymatic frequency generators is because you can see cymatic patterns everywhere in old cathedrals. There have been many studies conducted proving this claim, one of them being done by a researcher by the name Ronnie Harris. She went to 4 different churches and recorded the resonant frequencies within each church. She then applied the frequencies she picked up from the churches to water and found out that each church had its own unique resonant frequency. And it is said that the frequencies that are emitted by these churches and cathedrals have the ability to heal the human body and enlighten the human spirit. And that doesn't sound far-fetched at all when you take into consideration that the human body is composed mostly of water, and you can see how the frequencies affect water when played with it. And to add on to that, if you look at the top-down view of human DNA, it looks exactly like cymatic frequencies that are seen in the church windows. Even Nikola Tesla said that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Let me know y'all's thoughts about this theory in the comments. Like and follow for more.
Don't know if you guys have learned about cymatics. They are pretty interesting in the shapes that sounds can make. And yeah, the churches might have been using that to influence to actually heal people so that they could take their money and lord over them their powers. YOLO, you only live once. You better do exactly what the church says. You're going to burn in hellfire. Not true. Here we go. Now we got Vermont. Look at this. This is a crazy Lay's potato chip truck. Lay's potato chip truck that crashed into a bridge here, and it's going to get sucked under. If you've ever seen anything like this, it is insane how loud. Here it goes. It got scraped under there. Water is so destructive and powerful. It can shape and cut anything, water. Destroy anything in this ride. There goes the potato chip truck. So even Vermont, completely, again, I really want people to be prepared, to know where the highest places are in your area, in your city, in your town, and make sure you're watching the news. If it starts raining, and it's raining a lot for a long time, you're going to have massive floods. Be prepared. That's the key here. And last but not least of the news section of the morning here, it says, success demands these 6 things. Okay, let's go. What are they? Number 1, hard work, right? Hard work as this ant rolls this whatever that is up the hill. It says hard work. Don't believe in luck. Okay, no, believe in hard work. Stop trying to rush the process or searching for a shortcut. There is none. Do the work. Do the hard things first. That makes the day go by faster. These are the things that I live by. Number 2, patience. Patience. If you are losing the patience, you are losing the battle. First, nothing happens, then it happens slowly, and suddenly all at once, you get what it is that you're working for. Most people give up at stage 1, right? Have Patience. Again, patience, 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 and hard work. Number 3, sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice for what you want, then what you want becomes the sacrifice. Everything has its price. The question is, are you ready to pay for it, or are you ready to lose the life that you desire? You have to pay for it through hard work, sacrifice, patience. Number 4, consistency. Consistency is what transforms average into excellence. Without consistency, you will never achieve greater success. Become consistent. Number 5, discipline. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. There will be bad days. There will be hard days when you don't feel like doing it. You have to push through those days regardless of how you feel. Be consistent, work hard, and be disciplined. Number 6, last but not least, oh, look at that nice picture. It's cute, the little kitty sees himself as a lion in there. It says self-confidence, right? Confidence is, I'll be fine if they don't like me, right? There will always be someone judging you for who you are and what you want from this life. So own it. Be confident. And walk with a stride and a smile and a swagger. Oh, your step. Good morning, everybody. It's now 7:12 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. Today is Friday, July's 14th. And I'm going to see you guys after this song break. We'll get into some memes before we go about our day. Thank you for tuning in.
Another summer come around, longer days seem long. I've had bad ones, good ones, but this a little different. Be foolish of me to be ignorant. Seeing it through, I'ma be diligent. I know that I used to lose my mind, knowing that I'm down, that I'm on the decline. That was then. Now it's different, 'cause I don't really care what you think.
Song was by Luke Target with Another Summer. Let us get back into the memes of the morning. Again, today is July's the 14th, and the time is now 7:15 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. Come on, let's look at some of these memes here. Let me play some more background music, but let's do some nicer stuff here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate all the live viewers. You really are my family. Anyone that seeks the truth that shows up, and for the viewers that tune in later on your own time, I care about you just as much too. And we try to do this program so that it can be watched at any time of the day. I just choose to do it in the morning because that's when I'm the most excited and want to share the truth here. It says here, quote, everything you see on TV is a scripted performance with the purpose of shaping your worldview. Where do you think you live? What is your worldview? To benefit the powerful interests of those who are running the show. Go ahead and research Operation Mockingbird, and you'll find out that it's absolutely not a conspiracy theory, right? Continuing on here. Have you seen the back of Elon Musk's Halloween costume that he's wearing as his avatar on Twitter, which he now says that he bought, even though we know that it's the Vatican that owns Twitter? As you can see here, yeah, it brandishes the fancy upside down cross, right? That Apostle Peter was crucified upside down. He said that he didn't deserve to be crucified upright as Christ was, because he was nowhere near the same as Christ. But yeah, we got Elon Musk posing in his sick satanic Halloween costume that he still uses as his avatar for his logo on Twitter, supposed owner of Twitter. Nothing more than demonic people that do demonic things so that they can be given power and luxury and riches and boats and cottages and all these fancy, expensive things that they are going to pay for eternally, sadly. Moving on from this, the left and the right get into these fights here. They said, this is a dog. I said, nah, that's a turkey, right? Nah, I think it's a fake dinosaur. Don't be fooled. Trust your heart, trust your eyes, and continue to do the research on this one. Check this one out. What's going on with these people and these sick Hollywood actors that are they're on strike, right? What's with this symbolism here of them wearing all these clothes with bloody red handprints on? We got Elon, Ellen, Jay-Z, Tom Hanks, Branson. What's going on here with these ritualistic symbols that they're using? Who are they signaling here? Who are they talking to with this symbolism? It's gross. Is this all for QAnon? Did they tell these people, hey, actor, you're going to hold this ball up, Tom, with the bloody hand on it, or put this on your shirt? I'd like to know. Or is it that they're told you're going to wear this so you're not going to get paid? Or are they actively witches and wizards trying to do satanic witchcraft on the people? I don't know. We're going to cover it, though. Let's check this next one out. It says it wasn't science. It actually was a psychological manipulation, gaslighting, coercion, propaganda, and lies that people followed. It wasn't science. When they say trust the science, they don't know science. They're talking out of their asses. It was never science. Science is testable, repeatable, observable evidences. Not nonsense that Tony Fauci came up. Again, the guy who started the AIDS epidemic also brought you the plandemic, right? I'm really hoping that we get to the payback time soon. I'm looking forward to that. Here's 6 things that drag queens could do instead of dancing for kids. It's this simple, okay, drag queens? Read to senior citizens. They need you, okay? Volunteer at a homeless shelter. These people really need you. Plant new trees. We need more oxygen for the climate to fight climate change, okay? You trannies, get some exercise, plant some trees. Number 4, clean up trash. You know, you want to make the world a better place. You want to be known. You want to be seen. You want to be accepted. Start cleaning up the garbage in your drag outfit, and maybe I'll start talking about you in a friendly light. Here we go. Volunteer at an animal shelter. These animals need you, okay? Not little kids. They don't need to see you, but the animals do need your help. Here, start a local garden. Start feeding people. Growing tomatoes and cabbage and cauliflower and watermelons. Right? Stop putting on drag. Stop indoctrinating the youth and get as far away from us as you possibly can. Start doing these things. Great meme. Let's keep going here. Shout out to all the people who understand what's going on in this world. Okay? And what's going on in the unseen world too, because we know that this is a battle for souls. That's what we're here for. That's why we were born. We've come into the world to witness to the truth and to battle for souls. Okay? Everlasting, eternal souls. Against everlasting judgment, right? And torment for validation and riches now. Justin Trudeau moving the sex age of consent to 13 for anal sex. This is where we are. These are the leaders of our countries. It's like the whole world is under a spell. And only a select few can see it. And that doesn't make you so-called, egotistically higher or better than anyone else. Okay? No. What makes you better is when you actually love and fight for truth more and show up. Regardless of the circumstances, you keep showing up. That's what makes you better. We'll get into another song break, but lo and behold, the stupid fake footage that they say, nothing can go down that far underwater. Nothing can go down to where the so-called Titanic sank or the whatever it was, the other ship. But the hulls and the masts don't even match the pictures. Like we were saying, it's not even the real thing that they're showing you, saying is the real thing. It's a totally different front end of the boat than this one that they say is the Titanic, right? So I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you think? Do you think that this is real, or do you think that they faked the Titanic and all of it's fake and a nonsense hoax? Let's check out this next song by Male Tears. It's called Sad Boy Paint My Nails. We do like to bring up the synthwave music here. I was born in 1980 and I do love and remember the 80s. It was when we were free. We had block parties. Do you remember going to the end of your courts, playing street hockey, watching, what was the movie that we all watched? There was The Never-Ending Story was one that we'd always watch at the end of the block parties while the parents did what they were doing when time to come in came after the barbecue. And E.T., right? For me, these are memories that I remember. No one locked their doors. Everybody was out running around the streets playing. Everyone was happy. So we like to bring some of that music back, but we don't like to listen to that old stuff. We are about the new music here. We search the realm wide every single week. We have a small but powerful team. The Goldsmith digs. He finds music in all genres. He goes through probably thousands of songs, and we come down to about 300 to 400 to 500 songs each week. And then we dwindle them down to the best ones that I choose. He chooses his list. I choose mine. We come out here and we want to share new music with you guys to try to bring back good feelings and good vibes and to get you going throughout your day. Okay, let's listen to this one. I'll be right back.
I've given up, no longer care. So many fake fucks, they're everywhere. I've had it with these hostile tales. You cross the line, sad boy, paint my nails.
And let's get back into some memes of the morning. Thank you for tuning in. I am RJ Shine. Today is Friday, the July's 14th, 2023. Check this out. It says there are two types of people. Two. Those who think that they live on a giant spinning ball, and those who think they know that they don't live on a giant spinning ball, right? Obviously. Good meme. I really like some of these memes. This one is nice too. It says, the educated believe Earth is a globe. The enlightened know Earth is a plane, right? And not in a circling AE map and model Freemasonic New World Order pressurized pizza dome flat Earth society map. No, get that nonsense away from us. The victim of mind manipulation does not know that he is a victim. To him, the walls of his prison are invisible, and he believes himself to be free. That was a quote from Aldous Huxley. Couldn't be truer than that one. Check this one out. It says, even Sherwin-Williams knows the liquids won't stick to the bottom of a ball. I thought that was hilarious, right? Why isn't the liquid spinning sticking to the bottom of the ball here, Sherwin? Let's do another song break after this one. Here's the 2 greatest scientific quotes of all time. Elon comes in at number 1 with, quote, "You can tell it's real because it looks so fake," end quote. And the second greatest quote of all time, scientific quote of all time, quote, "It's a lot easier to go to the moon than it is to fake it." I mean, these clown jackass makes me laugh. We're gonna do another sound break because I want to play some Corrine, and I'll see you after this. Let's burn the world. So thank you for tuning in. Let's get back into the memes of the week. Again, you can catch all these songs in a link below to their Spotify, because I use Spotify because Spotify has the best 320 sounding bitrate. The music sounds the best on Spotify, and that's why we try to promote it. So, I mean, please, if you want to hear these songs, click on the link below and you know, vibe out with us. That's what we're trying to do here, is to create a vibe that you can come chill with. And if you guys didn't know, sometimes I put the song breaks on because it's hot in the studio. I got to turn the air conditioning on. It gives me a little bit of a break from the sweat. But what I really want to talk about here is this meme on the screen. If you didn't know, Joe Rogan, right? So back in the day, Joe Rogan was actually a skeptic. He called out so many of the psyopses and hoaxes when he was younger, when he was beginning his career, you know, on the podcast scene. Joe was out, and I know a lot of people probably haven't heard this, but he went out and he made a podcast where he said, there's no way we went to the moon, right? There's no way. He went through all the reasons why not. He showed a bunch of the fake stuff about the moon landing. And what he said was, if the U.S. government could show me evidence of aliens, that he said, I would lie to my mom about us going to the moon. All right. So all of a sudden, Joe got paid. Next thing you know, he came out and he said, there's no way they faked it. There's just no way. So he flipped and turned. And the evidence is out there for you to go and research. I think it's comical, and I like to point it out. Hypocrites, how they changed their stance, and yeah, he did it for money, right? Because Joe is an atheist. He doesn't believe in the creator, so he thinks that he's only here to live this one life, and that due to the strong surviving in nature that is as ruthless and cutthroat as Joe could be, the better it is for him, the greater his life will become or had been. But in actuality, Joe's going to find out that he's going to have to pay for this for the rest of eternity, sadly, right? But we continue to tell him and warn him and tag people. We've been fighting and trying to share the truth with Joe Rogan for many years. He chooses not to listen. Check this out. It says how the fake alien invasion is going to look to actual truthers. This is what the clown show is going to look like. They're going to go back to the moon, but they've been saying they're going to go back to the moon since 1972. Who was it? Von Braun said in 1980 we were going to have a hotel on the moon. Okay? So if you want to smoke crack with Hunter Biden and believe that, go right on ahead. We have bridges for sale. Moving on from this, if Earth was a globe, let me say that again. If Earth was a globe, they would destroy flat Earth in a nanosecond. But hey, it's 2023. We've been fighting for flat Earth since 2013 on this channel. Not on this channel. They took my channel, but on the other one, the one on Beyond Flat Earth, one with the Wake Souls, we've been fighting since 2015, 2016. They would destroy us if they had proof that the Earth was a spinning sphere flying through atheistic Big Bang reality. They would have evidence. They would say, of course, here, look. Right? No, they can't, because Earth is flat. Right? It's provably flat. And not only that, it's a virtual reality. A couple more. We'll do a song and we'll do some nice spiritual memes, and then we'll go about our day. This one says hemp detoxifies the soil as it grows, removing toxic chemicals and fertilizers. Look at how tall this hemp is. And you know the roots go down just as deep. And this stuff grows faster than bamboo. I mean, we're going to start hemp growing people instead of growing bamboo through them to torture them. Right? We're going to tie Joe Rogan up. We're going to grow hemp through them. Or Bill Gates and all these other people. Hemp. We need to be using it way more. This is the alternative to plastics. We don't need to use the black goo. We can turn the hemp into plastic. If you haven't known this. This I'm trying to learn about. I like to sleep. I toss and turn this and that. You know, I try to get good sleep. It says here, what happens when you sleep on the left side? So on the right side of your stomach and your gastric acid, your stomach seems to be upside down. See, when you sleep on your left side, it puts the stomach on the bottom, which stops the fluids from running up the esophagus. It says when we sleep on the left side, the stomach, and its gastric juices remains lower in the esophagus, reducing heartburn and digestive upsets. So let's continue to try and work on sleeping on our left side. All those that can't sleep on their back. I don't know how people sleep on their back. That's just crazy to me. I can't. But for you that sleep on your back, good for you. For the rest of us, let's try remembering to sleep on our left side. Okay, let's do another song break and we'll round this podcast off. Thank you for tuning in. This is a beautiful house one. This is the radio edit. I'm not going to play the full version, and I'll see you after this. That hot new radio edit was from a song that was in the last house mix. You can check out on the RJ Sign YouTube channel. That's Mindo with Recorpo with We Are Recorpo remix. Let's get back into some more memes before we go about our day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so thankful that we have such a small but yet such a powerful team. Huge shout out to the Goldsmith. Huge shout out to the Awake Souls channel. Huge shout out to YD, who's always helping me with the podcast and continuing to give me great advice. So let's get into these last memes of the morning before we go about our day. This one says, "Do not chase love. Choose love." Right? Do not need love. Share love. Do not fear love. Embrace love. Do not seek love. Become love. Right? These are the things that I want you to focus on this weekend with me. Right? This one says, "Be intentional, please. Be intentional with your energy. Be intentional with your time. Be intentional with your words. Be intentional with your craft. Be intentional with your breathing. Be intentional with your heart. Be intentional with your habits. Be intentional with your focus. Be intentional with your self-talk. Be intentional with your life. This is your true power to be intentional. With everything that you do, own it. Please step into who you truly are." Did you know that fear was not allowed in ancient tribes and was considered a plague for the soul? Anyone who carried it within them and couldn't free themselves of it was banished in order to prevent it from infecting the rest of the village, making others as sick as well. Do not live in fear. Let it go. You are going to live forever. You are an eternal, immortal being. When they said that you shall become like gods, what they meant was you will become immortal like the Elohim, like the angels. The sting of death is gone. Okay? Don't worry. Start worrying about building up who you are inside. Keep fighting for truth. Keep making memes. Keep standing up. Keep writing blogs. Keep making YouTube videos. It doesn't matter if no one sees it. You see it. You matter. Okay? That's what you're here for. Don't let anyone take that away from you. And the placebo effect. Right? Wow, what's this? It says the placebo effect is one of the least understood phenomena in modern science. Yet it is something that prevails time and time again. It is a literal proof that humans have the ability within this virtual reality to heal and create outcomes solely based on thought and belief and expectation. If that is true, and it is true, just go on and imagine how much more we could be capable of if we learned how to tap into this way of being on a regular basis every day. Be intentional and understand the placebo effect and how your thoughts and what you manifest become your reality. Please think about these things this weekend. Things money can't buy. They can't. 1, manners. 2, morals. 3, respect. 4, character. 5, common sense. 6, trust. 7, patience. 8, class. 9, integrity. And 10, last but not least, love. You have to earn these things. They can't be bought. And these are what last forever. And the last meme of the morning, be ready for it on the other side of the screen. All of you. You are going to celebrate something very special very soon. You'll be so full of joy and so much happiness sharing your good news. It will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happened for you. So be ready for it, okay? Expect it. It's starting to happen now. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go do some electrical work, some drywall work. We got a couple pocket doors to install. We got some mudding to do. We got so much work to do. But at least it's air conditioned for a change. So we're going to do that because that's what men do. We build things. And women go on and nurture things and love them. Feed your plants if you haven't today. Get your bare feet all over the grass. Take a swim in the lake. Go and kayak to the beautiful creeks and ravines and rivers and just stop. Just stop and just take in how beautiful nature is. Lean up against a tree and share all of your feelings with the tree. Just let it all out. Take back who you are and be ready for great things. So thank you for tuning in. I am RJ Shine. Today is Friday, the July 14th. and 7:44 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. We're not going to be live tonight. We're taking a little bit of a break. We're working hard. We're going to continue to podcast. There's a very good chance we'll be live on Sunday, going over, end times eschatology. Maybe the book of Enoch will get thrown in. We'll start looking at what Enoch had to say for those that will be alive during the times of the Great Tribulation. So join us, okay? Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out. We all need to share and learn the truth. And I'll be back again next Friday. Thank you again for everybody that tuned in live, and everybody that tunes in not live. Thank you too. Leave a comment, leave a like, do whatever you want. If you found me, you somehow made it into the sandbox, welcome. You're welcomed here. As long as you share the truth and you don't lie. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you very much. I got to go. Love one another.
The truth. And this is a story that will always get deeper and deeper. The truth, the truth, the truth, the truth. And tell the truth, and the truth is harsh. The truth has to be explained. And the truth has been kept away from everybody for so long. The truth, the truth, the truth, the truth. The truth has to be explained. The truth, the truth, the truth. Has to be explained. The truth, explain. The truth, and tell the truth, and the truth is harsh. The truth has to be explained. The truth, 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 the truth. you know.